So let's rank the final 30 films of my Spook-tacular October rewatches. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name's Doyle, better known to you as the Big D. And this time around, I bring to you the second half of my Spook-tacular October rewatches. Now, if you've not seen the first half of this here ranking, I advise you to click on that card coming up right about now. There we go. So you can catch what you might have missed or see it again. Because I rewatched 69 films. Yeah. Anyway, this is going to be the final 30. I'm going to try and go rapid fire. You won't get to see my face much because I really want to get through this as fast as I can without giving too many details. If I do, then I humbly apologize. So now if you are ready for this, good. Brace yourselves. And if not, I'm giving this to you anyway. So sit back, relax, and here we go. Coming in at number 30 is Psycho 3 from 1986. Now, although I unfortunately didn't get to watch the original Psycho this October, but at least with Peacock I made it up by watching the two of the sequels for the first time in a long time. Anthony Perkins is once again good as Norman Bates, and he also directed this. The rest of the cast was reasonable and what have you. But overall, I think Psycho 3 is kind of underrated, but I still think it's pretty good. Coming in at number 29 is John Carpenter's The Fog from 1980. Now, I've seen this twice, but I failed to review it, though. But don't worry, I'll make up for lost time and review this down the road, promise. But I love the cast performances. Jamie Lee Curtis, Adrienne Barbeau, Tom Atkins, Janet Leigh, Jamie Lee's real-life mother. Even Nancy Kyes from Halloween's in this. Wow. A great cast. I really do love this movie. I might watch this again sometime or sooner and then review it. I think it's really suspenseful. John Carpenter really nails it with this. Number 28 is Leprechaun 3 from 1995. I love this movie. This is the best of the Leprechaun films. Leprechaun taking over Las Vegas. Yeah. Characters aren't too bad. I like Scott, I like Tammy, and a lot of the other characters aren't too bad. Some are a little bland and dull sometimes with their performances, but overall, this has got a lot of fun performances. Again, Warwick Davis is absolutely great as the Leprechaun. This is one of the sequels you need to watch. This I'd rarely watch over two, because it's fun. Number 27 is Final Destination 2 from 2003. Love this film. This is probably now surpassed the third one as my favorite. Third was my favorite, but now it's this one again. This has some pretty good characters, and I really thought they weren't too bad. We have Ollie Lauder back as Clear Rivers. Very good. The rest of the cast isn't too bad. The kills are pretty darn good. And pretty bloody too. You can't cheat death twice. We do have Tony Todd back as well. So this is a pretty darn good bloody sequel. Number 26 is Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives from 1986. Very good film. While despite after a new beginning failed to catch on with fans, they decided to bring Jason back for real. But this time in zombie form. I really love the performances. CJ Graham's really good as Jason. Yeah. Not too bad of a movie. And this was the final chapter of the Tommy Jarvis trilogy. So this film's pretty darn awesome. And I also like some of the songs. Most notably the Alice Cooper song, Man Behind the Mask. And I gotta say, you can't go wrong with this Friday the 13th flick. It's awesome. Number 25, it's the Slumber Party Massacre from 1982. Love this film. This is definitely a very good movie. You can't go wrong with this one. I really loved how it turns out. I liked Russ Dorn, the driller killer. This was just so darn bloody in ways, but pretty good though. Enough said about this. Number 24 is The Omen from 1976, the original classic. And you saw the remake in the last one, but it ranked way low. This one's much better. I love this one. It is so good. I like the performances we got from Gregory Peck and Lee Remick. Everybody else was absolutely good too. David Warner as Keith James, Billy Whitelaw as Mrs. Baylock, Harvey Stevens as Damien. Yeah, really good. This one, you can't go wrong with the original. I didn't get to see the sequels though, and I'm glad I didn't see that fourth one because it was just so dull and bland. Number 23 is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 1974, the original classic. And I love this one. I mean, it may not be bloody and gory and all, but I did like how it turns out, the atmosphere, it's awesome. Leatherface is a great killer. Yeah. Now, you can't say anything much bad about this. I'm sure a lot of y'all like the sequels or even the remake more than this. I'm an understanding person, but I still like this a whole lot. Number 22 is A Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Master from 1988. I love this movie. This film may be underrated, but still, this was the first Nightmare on Elm Street flick I ever watched. And I gotta say, this is where Frank starts to go over the top with his jokes, but still, I enjoyed it for what it was. Even though they had to put Tuesday Night in the role of Kristen since Patricia Arquette didn't return, but, well, they killed off her and the other two survivors of Nightmare 3 early, but I still like the performances we got from the others. Lisa Wilcox as Alice. Everyone else was pretty good, but, well, some I didn't find too comfortable with, though. But anyway, this film's so awesome. I love it. Number 21 is Halloween 2018 from 2018. Now, this removed all of the connections from any of the other films, and so they started to start over fresh and continue long after the events of the original, 40 years later. Jamie Lee Curtis, once again, great as Laurie. Everyone else isn't too bad. I mean, some were kind of hit or miss, but more hit than miss, though. I really do love this one. I have seen its follow-up, Halloween Kills, and it's pretty good, too. So, this film's just too awesome in some ways. Enough said about it. Number 20 is The Conjuring from 2013. Now, at first I didn't want to try and check this out, but after seeing the Annabelle movies, the second and third ones, I thought I'd check this out. I love it. The Conjuring's really good. Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga are absolutely good as Anne Lorraine Warren, and the rest of the cast isn't too bad either. This was really a shockingly good film. I'm glad I got to know how the Warrens turned out to be with solving paranormal cases, though. But however, I would like a second one more, which we'll see where that winds up. Just keep watching. Number 19 is Psycho 2 from 1983. Now, I love this film. This is coming close on being out. The original is my favorite of the franchise. Anthony Perkins is absolutely good as Norman Bates again. We get Vera Miles back as Lila, and we got lots of other great performances. Meg Tilly was really good. You get to see Dennis Franz in this, Long Before NYPD Blue, and lots of others. This movie is just so good, and it's, well, what can I say, really frightening. Number 18 is Freaky from last year, 2020, that is. I love this film. After I got on DVD earlier this year, I've already watched it 3 times. This film's awesome. I love the performances from Vince Vaughn, who gives the best performance I've seen of his in a long time. Catherine Newton's really good in this, too. The kills were just so awesome and bloody. You can't go wrong with this one. This film is easily a great horror flick with some good comedy. I really did enjoy it. Number 17 is Young Frankenstein from 1974. This Mel Brooks classic is really hysterical. I love the performances we got from Gene Wilder as Dr. Frankenstein. now but soon calls himself Frankenstein. Marty Feldman's absolutely funny as Igor. Cloris Leachman's funny. Terry Garr's really good. And I like Peter Boyle as the monster. Absolutely a very fun film. You can't go wrong with this one. This is one of my favorite Mel Brooks films, and it's absolutely hysterical. Number 16 is The Conjuring 2 from 2016. Now, I do love this one. This was a little bit of a more shockingly good film over its predecessor. I do like how the story took place in England, and it had some pretty good music, just like the first one, which I forgot to bring up when I talked about it, but it was really good. Once again, Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga gave out great performances as the Warrens. The rest of the cast is really good too. And the shocking thrills and frightening moments, yeah, this one made it all good. You must see this one. Coming in at number 15 is the original Friday the 13th from 1980. I love this film. It might be more a mystery than a horror flick, but it's pretty good. I like Betsy Palmer as Mrs. Voorhees, and everyone else wasn't too bad. Some of them were a little crazy, like Ned and Crazy Ralph. Yeah, you're going to Camp Blood, ain't you? You'll never come back. It's got a death curse. Yeah, this movie's pretty awesome. I like the atmosphere of it. And, well, it's just so good. Harry Manfredini's score is really good, and, well, that's all I have to say about this. Number 14 is Dario Argento Suspiria from 1977. Now, if it hadn't been for some of my horror fanatic friends, I wouldn't have even gotten to like the films of this guy. I mean, I need to see more of his. I've seen some of his others, including Tenebrae, The Bird with the Crystal Plumage, and Deep Red. I need to see more like Opera and Phenomena and Inferno. I've been telling myself I've been going to and never have been getting up to it, but that's going to change. But this film is so awesome. I love the performances from the whole cast. Goblin's score for this was really good. Yeah, you can't go wrong with a flick like this. Number 13 is The Halloween Tree from 1993. I've seen this twice. This, of course, is based on Ray Bradbury's story, which he narrates about these kids following their friend in a ghostly form and learn how Halloween ever came to be. Yeah, I really love this film now after I've seen it twice. And The Halloween Tree, this is just something I think you couldn't afford to miss. This was on Tubi, but it isn't anymore. But I think you can still find it for a pretty good viewing point, or something like that. But I still love this, though I've only seen it twice. Number 12 is Friday the 13th Part 2 from 1981. I love this film. This, of course, is my second favorite. I love the performances from a lot of the people, the people in the cast. Jenny especially, played by Amy Steele, absolutely good. The rest of the characters aren't too bad. They're pretty likable. Amy, Vicky. I'm thinking of somebody else. Oh, my bad. I was starting to say Amy Steele was good as Jenny. I'm sorry. I do love a lot of the other characters. Vicky's good. Mark's good. Yeah, a lot of the others aren't too bad either. So Friday the 13th Part 2 is pretty cool. And it's still one of my favorites. Number 11 is the Rocky Horror Picture Show from 1975. Love this cult classic. Tim Curry is absolutely crazy as Dr. Frankenfurter. I do like Brad and Janet. They're pretty good. I like Riff Raff, Magenta, and Columbia. Yeah, they're all pretty good. And this film had a lot of good music, including science fiction double feature, and Damn It Janet, and of course Sweet Transvestite, and of course The Time Warp. If you haven't seen this film, you better see this. This film is absolutely hysterical in ways. Well, From my point of view, anyway. Number 10 is It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown from 1967. I love this film. I've had an on again, off again like it, but more on again than off again. You can't go wrong with this. This was the second special with Charlie Brown, the Peanuts Gang, and well, you can't go wrong with it. Linus is just eagerly waiting for the Great Pumpkin to come. Never does, as always. Oh well. But still, it's great to watch this every Halloween season, you know. Number 9 is the original Halloween 2 from 1981. I love this film. This, of course, is a continuation after the events of the first film. It's more the night he came home. It's just so awesome. I love the performances. Jamie Lee Curtis, Alan Pleasance, they were all good. The rest of the cast isn't too bad either. It's got some pretty good kills. It could have just been a little better. The hot tub kill is the best one. And that's all I'm going to say. It's really good. Score's not too bad. Halloween 2 is pretty cool. Number 8 is Hocus Pocus from 1993. Now, I've also had an on again, off again like this, but now I'm more on again with this one. This film's absolutely hysterical, especially if it's for your kids and the whole family. I love the performances from Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy as those three witches. They are all good. A lot of the other characters are likable too. This is one flick you cannot afford to pass on. I have been hearing they've been working on that sequel, and it'll be coming to Disney Plus next year, so be on the lookout for it. I hope it's good. But in the meantime, the original, it's still more fun than you can imagine. Number 7 is the original Nightmare on Elm Street from 1984. Love this movie. It's Wes Craven's masterpiece, long before Scream. Robert Englund, great as Freddy Krueger. I loved Herr Langenkamp as Nancy. Johnny Depp was pretty good in his first film. John Saxon wasn't too bad. I'm just going to say this is a great film. It's one of my favorites. It's just a trap scene. I just wish I could have done without it, but, well, they just went what they thought was best. Oh, well, at least it was better than the ending, you know. But still, Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984, overall a classic. Number 6 is R.L. Stein's The Haunting Hour. Don't Think About It from 2007. Love this film. This is definitely a good film for the kids. I love Emily Osment's performance in this. Cody Lindley, Brittany Coran, they were all good. The kid who plays Max isn't too bad. I know he's kind of a little, well, you know. But even so, I thought it was good. I liked Tobin Bell's performance as a mysterious stranger. I mean, the part where Emily Osment's character, Cassie, really gives it to Priscilla, Brittany Coran's character, at that Halloween dance. That was really something. I love this film. It's just so much fun. Number 5 is The Evil Dead from 1981, a classic. Sam Raimi's big flick itself was awesome. Bruce Campbell, everyone in this was really good. I liked how this film turned out with the trees coming and other things coming to life. Really something. It was just so shocking and pretty darn bloody too. You cannot go wrong with this classic. The Evil Dead, it's just so bloody good. Number 4 is John Carpenter's The Thing from 1982. Now, although I've only seen the film twice, but I'm going to say this film's awesome. Kurt Russell's really good in this. I think everyone else was good. The creature, aka The Thing, was really good. I gotta say, and this was a flick I never took the time to notice how good it was. Anyway, you'll get a review of this for its anniversary next year, so be on the lookout for it. In the meantime, The Thing, it was so awesome the second time around. Number 3 is The Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors from 1987. Love this film. This was the second Nightmare film I saw after the fourth one. This is one you cannot go wrong with. I mean, a lot of people love this one. It's probably their favorites. I love all the characters. Nancy, Kristen, Joy, Kincaid, let's see, Taryn, Will. Yeah, they were all good. I especially do love the kills. Jennifer's death especially. Welcome to prime time, bitch! Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. Robert Englund is definitely still good as Freddy. You can't go wrong with this one. This is just so awesome. Number 2 is Friday the 13th, The Final Chapter from 1984. Wow, I love this one. This is my favorite of all the Friday the 13th films. The guy who played Jason was really good. The characters were absolutely good. Trish and Tommy Jarvis. Let's see. All the others were really good. Just all those characters were awesome. And I gotta say, the kills were really good too. The corkscrew kill especially was the best, you know. Anyway, it was really awesome. The death of Jason was also real good too. And even when Tommy does the double tap on him. Yeah, really shocking. Number 1 is John Carpenter's Halloween from 1978, The Night He Came Home. Now, you cannot go wrong with this one. I love this film. This is what really got me to liking slashers even more. Even after I watched recent ones like Screaming I Know What You Did Last Summer. But hey, even after I saw a little bit of Child's Play and even Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street, I could have gone to trying Halloween. This is still a classic. John Carpenter really did a great job. I love the performances from the whole cast. Donald Pleasance, Jamie Lee Curtis in our first film, etc., 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 etc. You cannot go wrong with this. But anyway, you know what I mean. If you haven't seen my re-review of this, you should. It's already done better than the original. Same with Halloween 2. But the original Halloween, classic, great music, great story, great characters, etc. You know the story. So there you have it, folks. There's my ranking of all the films I watched last month, rewatched during Spook-tacular October, the second half. So what are your thoughts on this ranking? You can tell me in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you another anniversary review, and it's The Muppets from 2011. Thank you for watching, and if you like this, you may want to consider checking out some of these other videos. In the upper left-hand corner is my re-review of Halloween. The upper right-hand corner is the re-review I did for the original Halloween 2. Or go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my review of R.L. Stein's The Haunting Hour. Don't think about it. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.